Greetings. My name is Dr. Brian McGregor with the Morehouse School of Medicine in Atlanta, Georgia. And the title of my presentation is Employment as a Protective Factor for Depression Among African American Parents with Criminal Legal Involvement. My colleagues in this work are Vandika Eze and Andrew Cooper. So the social determinants of health are collectively known as the non-medical factors or conditions that shape health outcomes, and in this case, mental health outcomes such as depression. Research has demonstrated that social determinants such as employment and housing can have a positive or a negative impact on the individual's mental health. Criminal legal involvement, which includes arrest, imprisonment, probation, parole, disproportionately affects African Americans, including parents, largely due to structural and systemic factors that increase their representation in the criminal legal system when compared to their white counterparts. The collateral consequences of legal system involvement include barriers to services and resources that are important for the well-being of children and Black families that, taken together, often amplify depression risk. What's less clear is whether or not these social determinants have the same impact on Black parents involved in the legal system, which forms the basis for our study. So our research question asks how employment and housing are associated with the odds of depression among African American parents with legal system involvement. So to address this research question, we conducted a logistic a secondary data analysis using the Future of Families and Child Wellbeing Study, a longitudinal urban U.S. birth cohort study run by Princeton and Columbia University. So we chose this data set because of the high percentage of African American parents with reported criminal legal involvement in the sample, providing that information. And so, that allowed us to explore this interest around employment and housing as a function of potential predictors of depression as measured by the brief depression screening scales at multiple waves of the study. So we conducted this logistic regression analysis to estimate the depression odds and controlling for various demographic variables such as age and gender. So what we found was that employment was a significant protective factor and was strongly associated with lower odds of depression among the parents, Black parents with legal involvement. Additionally, secure housing appears to reduce depression risk, which helps facilitate strong community ties and family support. These results tell us that employment insecurity and unstable housing contribute to housing instability and increases depression odds, while stable employment brings benefits such as steady income, access to health coverage, and enhances social integration, which helps buffer against depression. So this study demonstrates that employment is indeed functioning as a protective social determinant of health for depression among Black parents with legal system involvement, and that housing stability contributes to strong social networks, which also buffers against mental health risks. While these conclusions may not be surprising, it does lend support to underutilized policies and initiatives in carceral settings among individuals under community supervision, which includes folks under probation and parole, in terms of supporting their pathways and movement back towards gainful employment. It's also important to ensure access to stable housing, which supports a healthy family structure, which is critical to the health and functioning of children and families. Next steps include engaging in a more longitudinal analysis of the effects of employment among legally involved African American parents. We also think it's important to look at other factors such as social support more directly and how that might mediate the relationship. Thank you.